Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. Today's video I'm going to be doing some swatches and just kind of like a little review on a load of pigment powders I recently bought from AliExpress. If you saw that video, you would have seen that I've got quite a good range of different pigments, from sort of like a metallic chrome ones to chameleon ones to holographic ones. So I'm just going to go through them all today. I'm going to try and make this as short and sweet as possible and just show you guys swatches of all the different pigments. So I hope you'll enjoy the video. If you do, please remember to leave a like and also subscribe. And other than that, let's get into the video. Okay, so as you can see here, what I've done is I've painted half black and half white. It's not the neatest of work, but it don't need to be. I'll be here forever if I try and do it neatly. But it's just so we can sort of get an idea of what they look like on both black and white. So I'm going to start off with my Born Pretty chrome powders. So I have this one here, which is like a blue to green and kind of purple shift. It's my favourite looking one out of them all, and it just looks absolutely stunning. It is really bright and vibrant. And then I've got this one here, which is kind of like a green to purple shift. It's quite pretty. And then I've got these two, which look identical. I'm going to swatch them both anyway, because you never know until they're on a nail really, but they do look identical. One of them is meant to be like more of an orangey tone and the other one's meant to be like a pink, but they do look the same, and I think they might have sent me two of the same one. But like I said, I'm going to swatch them anyway, because you never know, they might look completely different on a nail. But yeah, these ones are awesome. They were literally less than £1. Like, I think two of them was 74p or something, and then the other two were 82p each, which is a really good price. And you do get quite a good amount in the pots as well. So these ones are the first ones that I'm going to swatch. So I'm just going to put some top coat onto my nails and then we'll test these ones out. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the blue. They do provide you these little sponge applicators, but I prefer to go with my fingertip. I find it easier and it just like goes on much better. That's if you can get your finger in the tub, because I have nails extensions on right now, so it's a little bit more awkward than normal. So this is more like the flakes rather than like pigment powder, but they do sort of like the same thing. So I'm so messy with like flaky things, like anything that's sort of foil related, like the gold and silver flakes and stuff you get for decorating nails with. I'm so messy with them as well. Okay, so that is that one. It's not got as much of a chameleon sort of look to it as I was sort of hoping for. It is pretty, but it's just not quite as colour shifting as I was expecting. I'm going to put that on the lamp. I see this being just like a really messy video. I've just had to move my cup of tea out of the way, because otherwise I'll end up with a really sparkly cover. Okay, maybe using the sponge applicator with these flakes would have been a better idea. With pigment isn't normally a problem, but these flakes turn out to be quite messy. They don't rub in amazingly well on the white side anyway. I feel like it's just going to be like the messiest video ever. Yeah, that's the green one. I'm going to try one of these sponge applicators. I might get on better with it with these flakes, because they're really messy. So definitely not rubbing in very well on the white side. They're quite nice on the black side, but they've just not really got a huge amount of that sort of chameleon colour changing effect to them. Okay, then I'm pretty sure this one's just going to be exactly the same. Yeah, I think that one is literally exactly the same. So that's a shame, they sent me two of the same one, but to be honest, I'm not really hyping on them as much as I thought I would anyway, because on the pictures on the advertisement they like had them all rubbed in, and like they made them all like colourful, multi-tonal, and there was like loads of colours going on the nail. Okay, so I think that was just a moment of me being completely and utterly stupid. But I think it's the better solution, as you just saw me doing then. It's like dabbing it on rather than rubbing it on. And that has turned out so much better. It's fully covered the white. And there's definitely a bit more of a mixture of colour going on in there. So I think, yeah, dabbing is much better. I still think the colours aren't quite true to advertisement, but I find that a lot, to be honest, with Born Pretty stuff. But yeah, like I was saying, I think this is a better way. So get some on your little applicator and just sort of dab it on, sort of push it down. That seems to make it go on much better rather than trying to rub it in. Just sort of like that. I'm guessing this is probably the proper way of doing it. I don't know, because I've never actually had any of these like weird pigment flaky things before. It's just new to me. I just haven't got a clue, to be perfectly honest. I was under the impression they weren't just like pigment powders, but I think, yeah, the dabbing motion like that is much better. Maybe give them a little rub in once you've dabbed it, or just brush it off. And yeah, the coverage on that is so much better. Although, like I said, they're really dark. They're just not really like bright and vivid like they were on the advertisement. Yeah, it's just sort of a common thing I find with Born Pretty, to be honest. They're still nice though, I do give them that, they are nice. Not quite as exciting as I hoped, but yeah, that's that, those ones. Okay, and then moving on to something that I do actually know that what I'm doing with. I've got these like chrome pigments. I see these ones floating about quite a bit. I feel like the same manufacturer supplies to the same suppliers to sell, because they all look the same in the same pots and everything, so I feel like maybe they're all the same pigments. But if they are, I'll be very happy, because I've seen other people use some pigments like these and they are absolutely stunning, so I'm really excited to try these out. But likewise with the flakes, I'm gonna do like half black, half white, and just see what these ones are like. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the red chrome. You get a pretty good amount in there as well, actually. But I absolutely adore red chrome. It's one of my ultimate favourites. And what I love about pigments, they really do go so far as well. The tiniest little dab. And there's me knocking it off. This video is turning into a disaster. I do apologise. Clearly today is not my day. But yeah, red chrome. And just going with some top coat. Top coat makes such a difference. It just really brings out that sort of metallic chrome. I sort of gathered they wouldn't look very good on white, but I thought I'd show them anyway. Obviously most people do use chromes on top of black because they do show through the colour more. But I thought I'd show you guys on white just in case. But yeah, that's the red. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this gorgeous like fuchsia pink. Very, very, very pretty. See the tiniest amount of it on my finger. These tips are determined to come off of the blue tack tonight. And I've done a really bad job at doing that, but yeah, it's really, really, really pretty. I just have to ignore the white bit there. Yeah, absolutely stunning colour. Really, really, really nice. Okay, then I'm going to go in with this purple. One of my favourite ones. I'm really excited to try this one. I absolutely love the colour. Absolutely beautiful. That's absolutely stunning, that one. That's definitely one of my favourites. Generally I'm sorry about my lack of neatness in this video. It'd probably look a lot better if I was being a bit neater, but I sort of in my head figured that I didn't need to be neat because they're just little swatches. But maybe I should have put in a bit more effort, so I'm sorry about that. But these chromes are absolutely awesome. They are so good. I literally cannot fault them at all. They are absolutely bang on. Like, yeah, they don't work so well on the white side, but that's pretty much the case of any pigment. Like, if you really want them to work well, it's best to use them on a black polish for the best effect. But you know, it's each to your own, it's whatever you prefer. But I personally prefer them on a black base. I think it just really gives them such a cool effect. They are so beautiful. Okay, so this is the last one from the chromes. It kind of looks like they've just chucked like random amounts in the pots because none of them look particularly equal. Some of them look really full, some of them look a bit more empty. But that's fine, I know pigment goes a really long way. But yeah, no, they work really well. For sure, they definitely work really well. And these literally cost me like 73p each or something like that. Like, they were dirt cheap. So considering how well they work and how cheap they were, definitely a good bargain. It goes to show that it pays to sort of shop around, because like I said, like, I see these particular pigments, I'm pretty sure they're the same pigments. They look the same, they're in the same packaging, they're literally identical, and I feel like they are all from the same manufacturer, and it's just they're being shipped out to different suppliers, and these suppliers just bumping their own prices on them, and they're just all the same really. Like, I've literally seen people selling a pack of 15 of these pigments for 50 quid, which is extortionate. On Amazon you can get 15 for 15 quid, and these ones here, they cost me 70p each, so you know, it's definitely worth shopping around. They do work really well, and I definitely would recommend those ones. Okay, so that is all of those ones all swatched. I don't know how well they're showing up on camera really. They don't look like they're doing all that great on camera, but they are really beautiful. As you can see, the chrome ones don't work very well over white. They sort of look a bit speckledy. They do look really pretty still, but just a bit speckledy, so like, it's definitely better to use them on black. But they work amazingly well on the black. Like, I'm really impressed by the silver one, but they're all really gorgeous. And as for the Born Pretty Chameleon ones, like I say, it seems better if you sort of dab it on rather than try and rub it on like pigment. Just sort of dab it on, and they definitely do have that chameleon effect. They're not quite as bright and vibrant as they looked on the advertisement, but they are still really pretty. So overall, considering how much I've paid for them, I think they are absolutely gorgeous, and I'm really happy I finally got like all the chromes, every single colour I could possibly want. And all these were about 70p each, and as you saw, there's quite a bit in the tubs. I think these were like £1.15 each or something like that. Like I said, they're pretty, but just not completely true to advertisement as such. But yeah, I'm still happy. I love them all. So I was also going to swatch these because on the advertisement they were advertised as pigments. I went to start filming and swatching them, and then I actually realised they're not pigments at all. They are actually just really ultra fine glitters, and they work nothing like pigments at all. They're literally just ultra fine glitters. So I'm a little bit disappointed about that, truth be told. I was really excited to have holographic pigments in every colour I could possibly want them in, and yeah, they are literally just ultra fine glitter. They are not pigments, 100% not pigments at all. So yeah, that's a bit disappointing. I didn't really need any more ultra fine glitters, but hey ho, it is what it is. So yeah, I'm not going to bother doing swatches of them. They are just holographic ultra fine glitters. So yeah, that is absolutely everything for this video today. I'm sorry it's been a bit of a mess as always. I know that my swatches are not the neatest, but it does give you sort of a rough idea of what to expect, and they are well worth every penny, they really are. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you do, please like and subscribe. Keep your eyes peeled for more videos. I post pretty much most days and I've got lots of videos coming up, so yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that one. But anyways, much love everyone, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.